Hello, John here at Longevity Learning Lab, and today we're going to be doing a how-to demonstration with the Longevity Pro MTS 200i, which is a multi-process machine, 3-in-1, MIG, TIG, and stick with PFC auto power sensing capability, meaning whatever power you plug it into, it automatically adjusts to it. And we're going to do a little pipe welding in an industrial setting type, as close to getting to that as we can, with a piece of 4-inch Schedule 80 pipe that I have here on the table that's set up in a 2G horizontal position. And we're going to do a how-to on the root pass and following passes on the pipe to demonstrate how that would be done. Okay, with that we'll get started. It's important to have your heat set just right where you can control the keyhole where the bevel of the pipe is. And what I mean by that is, when you stick the rod in and strike the arc and start to move, it's going to blow a keyhole, and you want it to be where you can control the arc force inside that keyhole and make it steady going up while it's producing a small 1/8 crown root pass on the inside wall of the pipe. And that's important because it needs to be uniform all the way around the inside diameter of the pipe. Okay, now that we're set up and got our settings right on the machine, we're going to try and complete this root pass on this piece of 4-inch Schedule 80 pipe in a 2G horizontal position. So I'm going to just prop it up a little bit and try and continue on. There we go. Okay, you want to go up and down and side to side a little bit, oscillating the arc so that you don't blow too big of a keyhole in the bevel on the pipe, because this is an open butt bevel, meaning there's no backup strip in there. It's open beveled pipe. So I'm moving that tip of the rod into the bevel and oscillating it up and down and a little side to side so that I deposit an even bead, root bead, on the inside of the pipe, making for a 1/8 crown, which is what they look for. Okay, going to continue right around the pipe with this root pass. Stop to change the rod, and also to look on the inside to make sure that I'm getting the root crown on the inside of the pipe. And I am. It's depositing just fine and nice. So I'm going to continue right around the pipe. Also, when you're welding this root pass, doing this, you got to make sure that you have the pipe reinforced with 3 or 4 good tacks, well placed in equal portions around the pipe, so that it doesn't break loose while you're welding the root pass. What I did there was I just feathered off the tack, or the end of the weld. Just feathered it off so that when I go to start up again, I can tie right into it and continue on with a smooth bead, and it'll be just fine. Okay, I just completed the tie-in at the very top where it met the other side of the weld. And it's important to make sure you tie that in solid so you don't have a low spot on the inside of the pipe. It should have a 1/8 to a 3/32 crown all the way around the inside diameter of the pipe. And I would say it's there. I usually get it. And looking at it, it's not as 100% uniform as I would like it to be, but I know it's good enough to pass. That being the case, I'm going to go ahead and wire brush it, power brush it with the buffering wire wheel on the grinder and knock all the surface slag off, and then come back and go right over the top of it. Okay, now we're doing what is called the hot pass, where it's the second pass after the root pass, and you crank it up an extra 25-30 amps to burn in to the root and make it a solid outside bead all the way around. And here I go. Cleaning it up and making it 100% metal from the root out. coming around the top with this hot pass, the second pass on the pipe, and I'm going to make the tie-in right about 12 o'clock. So this is a critical part here. After the root is completely done, all the way around, a full 360, you're going to wire wheel it with the power brush. That is the buffer, wire wheel on the grinder. Knock all the surface slag off the exterior so you can see clean weld, no slag. And then you're going to come back and put your second pass on it. And you're going to turn the machine up with an additional 20-25 amps and put the hot pass in it, which is going to now smooth out the exterior of the root pass by giving it 100% metal all the way around on the exterior. And it also makes it solid all the way through to that root crown. And you're going to progress all the way around. And once you got that done, with that hot pass, which is the second weld, then you're going to clean that up with the buffer, and then you're going to cap it off with 70-18. And sometimes that'll take 2 passes. Sometimes you can do it in 1 if you carry enough metal. Okay, I made that. Okay, now I'm putting the cover pass on the pipe, which will be capped off with 70-18 low hydrogen electrode, and that's typically what is done after you've run your root pass and your hot pass. Then you go to 70-18 and put the cover passes on. It's called cap the pipe. Okay, now that we've done the second pass and completed the hot pass all the way around, we're capping the pipe with 70-18, and I cranked it up an additional 15-20 amps so that I burn out any little bit of slag that might have got trapped in there on the edge, so anywhere. And when you crank it up like that, it'll cook it right out, and it'll come out in the puddle, and you'll get 100% weld all the way around. And it's better to run it hot. And that's what I'm doing here. I got it cranked up pretty good. And you want to stay uniform right over the weld zone, the bevel of the pipe, and don't travel too far out of the weld zone. Stay right in there. Okay. Okay, so I'm about ready to finish off the cover pass and cap the pipe. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. That was it. Finished the cover, capped off, done. Okay, now that it's capped off, finished cover pass, nice and uniform. This machine produced a smooth arc because I was able to control the arc force and the voltage on the arc that's produced on the end of the rod. And I was able to turn it up when I needed to and turn it down when I needed it down. And that's a big advantage. So this Longevity Pro MTS 200i multi-process 3-in-1 machine is a very good machine. And as long as you got the power supply, it can be used in an industrial setting.